Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins and tokens of interest. And today we're taking a look at Wiener, the AI, right? This one unfortunately is a scam and we have caught it actually quite early, right? And if you're going to be buying in the pre-sale, it's a scam. If it's after the pre-sale, then it's a different story. So why do we say that? When you buy into the pre-sale, you're not actually buying into the smart contract. That's how the scam lords are able to run these scams. And I believe it's the same people who were also running Scotty the AI. Right, a lot of people in this project, especially those who invested large amounts over 20,000 and above, right, 10,000, 20,000 and above, are not able to claim, right? A majority of them have been blocked, and the way that they do that is they block you right here on the website, because when you connect your wallet and you buy your tokens, right, your wallet address is actually kept in some database right there on their website, such that when you come and you want to claim your tokens, right, some wallets are going to be blacklisted right there on the website. Because what these scam lords are doing is they are breaking the rules of crypto, right? When you buy into a cryptocurrency, you are actually buying into a smart contract. But the way that they've set up these pre-sales, you're not buying directly into the contract, right? You are buying onto their website, and you're just putting all the money is going onto some pot that they do have, right? And when it's time to claim, they can decide who they are allowed to claim and who they won't allow. So at least they don't stake, right? At least they won't be able to use that against you once they've launched, right? They will have to actually scam you outright, right? But if you stake, then they can force stake you. Even if you don't stake, they might still blacklist you. That's one thing that we have seen, right? They might still blacklist you, because once the launch occurs, this is what they did with Scotty the AI. They launched on the 21st of March. After 7 days, which is 28th of March, a lot of people were not able to actually claim their tokens, right? And then they start to trick investors to say, maybe you have staked for 90 days, right? So if you had invested into this one, Scotty the AI, right, and you staked, especially if you had invested a large amount, you're not able to claim. You ask them, and then they are going to be telling you that maybe you staked for 90 days, right? And then it means you can only unstake 90 days from the launch day, right? Which is absolutely insane. So that's why I say don't stake. And during this time, the reason why they do that is because they want to pump up the price, right? They want to pump up the price of the project once it is launched, to create that fictitious price pump. That's what they did exactly with Scotty. But unfortunately, that fictitious price pump is actually money from other investors who are not able to claim. Because on day one, Scotty's price pumped. A lot of people were even able to make 2-3x, right? But it's at the expense of those who are not able to claim. So at least for this one, don't stake, right? Preferably buy after the pre-sale, right? Because when you buy after the pre-sale, you buy on Uniswap or whatever centralized exchange they are going to list on. I did check the white paper. This time they've been a little bit clever, right, than what they did with Scotty the AI. They outright promised a sex listing, but it's not coming around, right? They promised in the white paper that they are going to be having Bitmart, but up until today, they don't have a Bitmart listing. And Bitmart is not that hard of an exchange to get listed on. It is, but not as hard as like OKX or Bybit exchanges, right? The white paper is very lightweight, right? It's like 6 pages, right? They are calling themselves an AI project. They could have just asked AI to just throw up a bunch of information and put it on here, but they were even lazy to do that. So if you check here, they're talking about Savage Army launch, Wiener AI contract audit, pre-sale launched, final Wiener preparations worldwide marketing campaign. That's step 1. I always like the stages to always have dates, but unfortunately for this one, it's a scam, right? So we wouldn't really worry much about that one. And you do see here, they're obviously going to be launching on Ethereum. The reason why the scam lords love Ethereum is because it's a deterrent for people to sell because of the high gas fees, right? So no matter what you invest in, right, you will only be able to actually claim your tokens on ETH network, right? And by the way, this is very important. Just because we say this one is a scam, in the pre-sale, it doesn't mean that you won't be able to claim and you won't be able to get your tokens. Once they launch, the only way to know for sure, go and claim your tokens, right? Import the contract address in your wallet, claim your tokens. After you've done everything possible, you've cleared your cookies, you've disconnected the wallet, you've tried even the wallet on the browser, and you're still not able to claim, then most definitely they've blocked you on the website. But even then, just continue trying, right? Because with some of others, the other scammy project that I covered, they only allow the people to claim when the token was already 70% down, right, from the pre-sale price points. And that's when you start to see these huge red lines where people now are being allowed to actually claim their tokens. But by that time, they've lost 80% of the value of the token, right? So that's why I say I do not really encourage anyone to buy into the pre-sale, because a whole lot of scammy things can happen because the guys are breaking the rule of crypto, right? They are actually saying when you purchase the token, you're not actually purchasing in the smart contract. It's also important for us to actually note the price point. At this stage is 303, right? That's the current price point. I'm not sure which targeted price point that they have for the final stage. And the white paper, let's check in the white paper if they are going to be talking about how many stages that they are going to have, right? It's not there in the white paper, which is actually quite strange. Right here, they're talking about 10% tokenomics, DEX, and sex liquidity, but they are not actually promising any sex listings. I think they've learned their lesson from Scotty the AI, that the community was waiting for the sex listing, because before they were not even listing on any sex. They were just going straight to unisex, right? Uniswap rather. They were going straight to Uniswap, and they didn't promise any sex listings, right? They were going straight to Uniswap, and because they didn't want the stress that comes with doxing for a centralized exchange. But now they are seeing that a lot of investors are wising up. A lot of investors will actually invest in the token if they get promised of a centralized sex listing in the future, right? But now, for this one, they just talk about a 10% DEX and sex liquidity, but nothing else. They are not really promising much. They're keeping their cards to themselves, right? So be extremely careful with this one. And one of the things that I wanted to just highlight here is when you invest into the tokens like this, let's say you've invested into this one, especially these pre-sales, there is money to be made in pre-sales, but you have to be extremely careful. You have to know when to buy. You have to know when to run, right? Or which project that you jump on. You have to know that information. And the only way you can do that is by logging that information in a logbook, right? And I've got an affiliate link down in the description. You can grab yourself a hardcover logbook, which is durable, the Big Brain Crypto Ego logbook. It allows you to log up to 70 pre-sales. Why this is important? It's important because you need to actually see the movement of all these pre-sales, everything that is happening in the project, right? And you start to analyze the different pre-sales, how they scam. And because these pre-sale scams are all different, but some people are making money into them, right? And then when you do that, that's when you're going to actually start to see opportunities when you can make money into some of these pre-sales. So the first page, so they are like 70, you can track up to 70 pre-sales, and for each pre-sale you've got 2 pages, right, that you can track. The first one is the log start date, the token name, right? And also my favorite section here is the scam or legit evaluation, right? This is where you actually start to check, is the team doxed, right? And if it's doxed, is the LinkedIn verified, right? Because if they dox, they need to provide their LinkedIn. If there's no LinkedIn, very suspicious. How can we now validate their credentials that they are able to actually run this project? So don't trust any project that docs, but there's no LinkedIn. But it's a whole combination of things, right, that you have to take a look at and view the project as a whole. So by the time that you have reviewed out of these 70 pre-sales that you can actually review, by the time you've reviewed 5 or 6 pre-sales, you're going to start to see a pattern, and you're going to start to see where you yourself are comfortable in investing, right? That's where we've also got the launch price tracking. This is where once they launch, you can start to track the price point, right, of the token, and see those price movements across multiple pre-sales. You don't even need to invest in the pre-sale, just track the multiple pre-sales. Like for example, if you're just interested into this Wiener, the AI, you can just start tracking the project and see everything that is happening, right? Even the smallest of things, you jot them down, right? And if you do decide to invest, you can just jot down your investment, the price, profit or loss when you decide to sell, and your emotions at the time of investing, and relevant notes that you want. And the second page is ego notes, very important. This is where you start to log notes of what are other YouTubers saying, right? Because a lot of these scammy projects, they will pay a bunch of YouTubers to go and say, this is the next 100x project. And I'm not saying Wiener is not the next 100x project, but investing in the pre-sale is incredibly risky, especially if you invested the large amount. You are going to be used to prop up the price. Once claiming day is arrived, launch day is arrived, your money is going to be used to pay others, right, who have invested smaller amounts. They are going to be able to make 2x, 3x from off your money, right? Because they do this to prop up the price for the 7 days. It depends. For this one, they're not promising centralized exchanges. So be extremely careful, guys, with this thing. Once it is launched, you can go and buy the tokens, because guess what? Once it is launched, the TGE event has occurred, which is the token generation event, and you're now buying directly into the contract. The coins are yours, right? Here, when you buy now, the coins are not yours, right? It's just a value. You connect your wallet here, and you just see the value of your winner, how many winners you have, right? And it's just a value that you have. You're not purchasing in the contract. That's where this ingenious scam is, right? So if you want to grab yourself a copy of the hardcover or the Big Brain Crypto Ego Logbook on Amazon, affiliate link is in the description, and I encourage you to highly do so. A lot of people say, oh no, it's super expensive, but guess what? A lot of people have lost thousands and thousands of money into some of these pre-sales. $38 is nothing compared to that, right? And you'll be actually building up your own knowledge, right? You're putting yourself in the 1% that are eagles in these things, and they see information that other people don't see, right? That's how you distinguish yourself from everybody else when it comes to these pre-sales. So Wiener the AI, this is a project that I'm also going to be following up to see exactly what happens, right? Because it's almost similar to this one, Scotty the AI, right? So in the white paper, they're not even really elucidating as to how is this the AI and all that, right? So it's the whole hybrid of meme versus utility kind of thing that is going on right now, right? So definitely buying in the pre-sale is scammy, but buying after pre-sale, it's a whole different subject, because you're actually getting your tokens, right? So let me know, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Right? Just remember, right, to be respectful in the comment section. Any insults of attacking other investors with foul language and all that, you're just going to earn yourself to be blacklisted, the same way that the scammers do on their Telegram channels. They blacklist genuine investors who are asking critical questions. So if any scammers come to the video commenting, trying to use profanity against other investors, right, against the channel and all that, we're just going to be put on ice, right? The same way you treat genuine investors in your Telegram channels. That's what we also do here. So thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.